Microsoft Excel, Chapter 2, Blue Box 8. One of the convenient ways for us to be able to take the formatting that we have already created in one cell and copy it over to another cell is by using what's known as the Format Painter. If you are on the Home tab of the ribbon, you'll notice in the very first section where we have the tools for copy and paste, we also have this picture of a paintbrush. What that picture of the paintbrush does is allows me to copy the formatting that we already have. So in this example, you'll notice that the formatting that we have, uh, and it was part of the reason why we went ahead and did it in this particular way. We only created the format that we wanted in three of the rows of numbers instead of in the entire section. And what I mean by that is here is where we set our numbers to be, if negative, to be red. And you'll notice we only highlighted those three rows. Well, the reason why we did that was so we could come back and see how the format painter would work. The formatting that we have for any one of these cells is exactly the same. So I only really need to ask Excel to think about the formatting of one of those cells. So I'm going to go ahead and select B22. After I've activated B22, I'm going to click on the Format Painter. Now, let me explain what the Format Painter is going to do. It's going to take any of the formatting that we have, including font color, font size, the number type, the kinds of borders that we have, and apply the exact same formatting to wherever we paint. So I'll click one time. And as I click one time, you'll notice we get the marching ants around to let you know what we had originally selected. You'll notice that my cursor is this plus with a paintbrush, and then I'm going to select B23 and drag all the way down. Now we'll try again. Try this again. Click on the paintbrush. Okay, again with that, when you see the cursor as the paintbrush, I'm going to click on B23 and drag um, out to H25. And as we do that, then we're going to end up getting the exact same number formats that are in the cell that we selected. All right. So that's one of the things we could do. The other thing we could do is we could take the top row of each section and have it mirror this $ format. So this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to double click on the Format Painter. So I've activated B6, and I'm going to want to paint the top row here, the top row here, and the top row here. Now, when I click that paintbrush only one time, and then I came down and selected these three rows and I let go, it had automatically painted that formatting, but I returned back to my normal cursor. Here, when I so basically it paints once and turns off. If I double click, the paint will still be on. Not sure I got it as a double click. So so the way in which we can get rid of the painter is by hitting the escape key. So what I'm going to do is make sure I actually got it. Double click. Nope. All right. And now if I've done it correctly, if I double clicked and it recognized the double click, then as I paint this top row of B11 out to H11, you're going to notice that it turns to to the accounting format. Notice though, it didn't turn the paintbrush off, and that's because I double clicked on the paintbrush up here instead of a single click. And it basically says lock that paintbrush, that Format Painter on. So I can come down to another row, select it, and then come down, which is B16 to H16, and then finally from B20 out to H20. Now I'm finished, but notice I still have that Format Painter. I'm going to go ahead and hit the escape key. And once I've hit the escape key, maybe got to hit it twice. once I get back to this normal cursor, now you'll notice the painting no longer moves on. Okay, my format's not changing. Something else I want to point out is our once we started to put on different types of formats, it is possible that the width or height of the cell is not going to allow us to be able to see the contents. There's not enough width. So remember, we can always use the auto fit feature, but we'll be given a hint for what the problem is with these cells that we're going to see something that looks like what we see in B20. It's a bunch of uh, so it may look like hashtags to a younger generation, but to an older generation, the hashtag was a number sign, and so it's trying to tell you that they can't display the numbers correctly in this column because the width is too narrow. So highlighting this B column, I'm going to drag over to the end of the H column. And then as long as I click anywhere between two columns, double click, it'll auto format the width for me, auto fit with the width for me, so that given the dollar sign, given the commas, given the decimal points, we can actually see the contents of that cell. That completes Blue Box 8 in Chapter 2. Again, strong reminder, let's make sure that what you see in your Excel worksheet and what you see in mine match up. So in this one, we went ahead and created the same format that we had in these top 3 rows in the bottom 3 rows. We went back and we matched the formatting that we had in B6, in B11 to H11, B16 to H16, B20 to H20. Go ahead and save, make sure that we're saving our work, and then move on to the next Blue Box video.